Yo, what's up, Jake Paulers? I'm back with another video game. I was out today, went out to eat, something I usually don't ever do. Took some time for myself. You feel me? So, niggas a little late making this video. You feel me? I was supposed to do this shit early in the morning. I think it's like, what? Nigga, it's like 12 a.m. right now. But hey, I'm here. I'm getting it done. I'm trying to look at y'all, but I see myself right here, so it's hard. Like, I want to look at the fucking screen, gang. But yeah, when I get a camera, I'm gonna put that joint right behind the monitor, so I'm looking dead at y'all. Oh yeah, you feel me? Got a little slight haircut. That shit ain't bomb now. I ain't had a haircut literally in years. But anyways, let's get into some vids, bro. Got two vids I want to look at. Hold on, let me make sure my mic on the right joint. Cause this shit be tweaking sometimes. Cool. Everything good. Everything's slice. Everything slice. Oh, my fault. Screen. Duh. Alright, y'all remember last time when we watched Blackie, right? Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the vids. Oh, okay. 2 video drops on this girl. So last time when we watched Blackie, we watched this video and we watched another video on him. It was the first video on him that was like a few days ago. I had already watched it. Yeah, this don't. And then we watched that one, right? I commented on that video. He was like, do we want him to do a vid on the female? And I commented on the video like, hell yeah, do that shit. We want to see it. Now here we go. I wanted to react to this one video, but apparently 2 videos has dropped since then. Alright. I ain't know that. Cool shit. I might just watch. Yeah, come on. Let's get started. Fuck all the talking. Let's do it.
The noble right says comply. The people say aye. No.
I'm trying to change my shit right now. Hold on. It still say I'm on Fortnite.
And Doug.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. 3rd grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
So how's our boy doing? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The following video is based on court testimony, public records, allegations presented by prosecutors, and publicly available reports surrounding the Julio murder case. The defendant, Alicia Andrews, denied knowingly participating in any murder plot and was convicted of manslaughter, not first-degree murder or conspiracy. Now,
Okay. She did not participate in, and she was only convicted
any murder plot and was convicted of manslaughter, not first-degree murder or conspiracy. Now, recently, the murder case of Florida.
Mind you, I don't know nothing about her case. I didn't know nothing about bro case except that video I watched. So,
rapper Julio has been heavily in the headlines as the group who stalked, ambushed, and killed Julio were all sentenced to life in prison a few days ago. Among those names were Isaiah Chance, 23 years old, cousins Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy, Rashad, 32 years old, Davion, 29 years old, and then last but not least, Sean, good kid turned YN Gathright, 20 years old. All the defendants got sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. However, there was another person involved in this entire situation. It was a woman. Her name was Alicia Andrews, but me personally, I like to call her the female demon setup queen. On the surface, she sounds like a normal woman in her 20s.
Oh, so she was the inside. Remember last time I was like, it had to have been an inside person that, because he was screen recording the B&Bs and going back and forth from his story. He must have been sending to her and confirming it. No, that's stupid because she could have just told him straight
who
up.
simply got caught up in something she should have never been involved in.
Andrew's attorneys recently sat down with Fox 13 to explain why they believe she's innocent.
She was here for a trip with her boyfriend. No, that's it and that's all, and found herself caught up in a mix of stuff that she was unaware about completely.
But there was a much darker side to Alicia Andrews.
Alicia Andrews is accused of helping stalk and track the rapper last year in what authorities called an ambush-style shooting.
And the true deviousness of Alicia's character would start getting exposed during the murder trial of rapper Julio Fulio.
Alicia Andrews seated over there, along with her fellow co-defendants, her fellow co-conspirators, Rashad Murphy, Davian Murphy, Sean Gathright, and her boyfriend Isaiah Chance. That is the only reason they came down to Tampa, was for that one specific purpose: to hunt and gun down Charles Jones.
Rashad Murphy, Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, and Andrews are accused of making the trip from Jacksonville to Tampa to kill Jones in what investigators described as an ongoing gang war. They say she and her boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, acted as lookouts the night of the murder.
As prosecutors would begin laying out the role they said Alicia Andrews played behind the scenes. Alicia went into this entire situation thinking that her involvement would stay hidden. However, little did she know that her messages, the intent, the scheme, would all eventually be exposed in court.
The exhibit where Alicia, at 17 years old, says...
Wait, hold on. Girl, I don't like Fulio, ugly ass. He need to die, and said that was Will... Wait. Hold on, this shit finna find me. He need to die and shit. That was Will friend. Okay, a nigga named Will. Fuck that cold shit. Bitch, he shot me and my friend died. Yeah, I'm pointing out who did it. Wait, huh? City Girls made a remix to Throw Baby. Girl, that shit sounds so dumb. Okay, alright.
That Fulio needs to die.
What do we see now?
Defendant Alicia Andrews walking out.
What's she carrying?
Bags.
At 17 years old, Alicia Andrews was shown in court texting that Fulio needed to die. Prosecutors later used that message to argue she already held deep hostility toward Fulio years before the murder.
That 23-year-old nigga, her boyfriend. Never mind.
However, the defense argued that the messages were old, and it was just gossip between teenagers in Jacksonville who were watching the whole drill scene spiral out of control, not evidence of an actual murder plot. Now, this is Isaiah Chance,
maybe the girl was that she was texting was 17.
Documented ATK gang member, widely known by the street name Gutazay, and one of the defendants convicted in the murder of Jacksonville rapper Charles Jones, better known as Julio Fulio. Isaiah Chance would eventually get sentenced to life in prison, but of course, Isaiah didn't act alone. He acted alongside the group that eventually killed Fulio, and a part of that group was Alicia Andrews. At the time of the murder, Alicia Andrews was 21 years old, and she was actually the girlfriend of Isaiah Chance. She was there the night Julio Fulio was killed in Tampa, alongside the other defendants involved in the case. So Alicia
I was wrong.
It wasn't just some random bystander who happened to be around the situation. She was actually involved in this entire thing. Investigators would later uncover messages, allegedly showing that Alicia was helping put pieces of the entire trip together behind the scenes. Just 2 days before Julio Fulio was murdered, Alicia was allegedly trying to arrange an Airbnb in Tampa for the group. According to court documents, a search warrant executed on Alicia Andrews' Instagram account, Oh That's Red, uncovered messages sent on June 21st, 2024, where Alicia was asking somebody to book an Airbnb for her in Tampa, Florida for June 22nd, 2024, which would end up being the exact same weekend Julio Fulio was killed. She was involved in almost every crucial step leading up to this hit, and despite all that, she later sat inside the courtroom and claimed she knew nothing. Alicia Andrews was born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida. She attended Raines High School before transferring to Andrew Jackson High School. Graduating in May of 2021, she worked regular jobs, Amazon, Victoria's Secret. She even worked as a substitute teacher, and she lived at home with her parents. By all accounts, she was just a normal 21-year-old. That same summer after graduating, she began
Imagine you a student and your motherfucking substitute. You see your substitute on the news. And your favorite rapper gang war. Like, I imagine Fulio was your favorite rapper, cause All the fans of these niggas be what's it called? Parasocial. Like they think they in the shit, right? So hypothetically, let's say, oh yeah, you on Fulio's side. You see your favorite rapper get killed and your substitute teacher is one of the motherfucking suspects. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. And then on the other side, it's still the same way. It's still, that shit is just crazy. Little niggas in school is like, oh yeah, my teacher cool as fuck. Yeah, we got. She was on A side. He got his ass. But you know, bro, fans, they be so desensitized, bro.
Dating Isaiah Chance. That connection was simple. He had a sister she knew from Rain's high school.
That's because they be nowhere near the bullshit, so it don't affect them. They just see the like. I don't know.
Connection. Isaiah Chance was a documented member of ATK, one of Jacksonville's most notorious street gangs. He was known to investigators who monitored the gang and its activities. He was connected to some of the most violent figures in Jacksonville's on.
Hey, y'all think that Rico coming? I think it's not too far away, gang. that shit creeping up like a motherfucker, bro. No cap. You know they been watching their ass. He just said that they been
going gang war. But when Alicia Andrews started dating him that summer, he was just a guy she knew through his sister. And in the beginning, she described him as a good guy.
When you started to date Isaiah Chance, how was your relationship with him?
This is interesting.
In the beginning.
She said in the beginning. That's already showing signs that she finna rat him out and throw him under the bus for her. And then, I mean, would you say she wrong for that? Would you want your girl to do that if you know you're gonna get life anyway? Like, would you guys say your girl? Cause she talking about in the beginning. That means she finna say something different at the end. You know what I'm saying?
He was good, I would say. And then he changed over time with me. Once we got comfortable with each other.
Then things slowly started changing. According to testimony, Isaiah became controlling. He allegedly monitored her Instagram, told her what to post, what to delete, and even what to wear. Alicia testified that when she pushed back, the relationship would turn violent.
Eve to me is basically freedom.
Hey, y'all trying to buy my YouTube premium?
To like a park, and then he stopped and he was like, "Let me see your phone," and I said no, but he ended up grabbing it. He was telling me to unlock it, and I wouldn't unlock it, and that's when he repeatedly hit me to unlock the phone.
The first time Isaiah allegedly became violent was in 2021, and then, according to testimony,
I don't know, that still sounds a little weird.
It allegedly happened again in 2022 and again in 2024. Alicia testified that Isaiah broke her phone multiple times, blocked her when he got angry.
It seemed like they was in a toxic relationship and they both was probably cheating and shit. Honestly.
And came back like nothing ever happened. But despite all that, Alicia never fully left. She never reported him. And over the course of those years, through the manipulation, the control, the violence, and the constant on and off relationship, Alicia Andrews slowly became embedded in Isaiah Chance's world. And honestly, one of the biggest questions surrounding this entire case when it comes to Alicia is what exactly motivated Alicia Andrews to allegedly involve herself in all this very dark stuff, like all this gang stuff. It's not really normal for a woman to be wrapped up in all this, right? According to prosecutors, they say that Alicia wasn't just some random outsider who crossed paths with these people. Over time, she had allegedly become deeply attached to Isaiah Chance's world. A world prosecutors described as being surrounded by gang politics, retaliation, violence, and loyalty. And somewhere along the way, investigators believe Alicia stopped acting like somebody simply watching from the sidelines and allegedly became part of the operation itself. Now, the story, of course, starts in Jacksonville, Florida. On June 22nd, 2024, when the group allegedly decided to make the drive sound to Tampa.
It makes shit seem so much deeper than what it is.
On June 22nd, 2024, when the group allegedly decided to make the drive down to Tampa. Out of everybody involved in this case, Alicia Andrews and Sean Gathright were reportedly the only two who were not argued by prosecutors to be documented gang members. However, that doesn't mean Alicia Andrews played a small role in what happened. What happened that night initially looked like a normal night. A silver Chevy Cruze runs a red light on North McKinley Drive. before pulling into the parking lot of a Home 2 Suites hotel at high speed. And inside that vehicle was a 21-year-old woman from Jacksonville. Her name was Alicia Andrews, and she was with her boyfriend, Isaiah. She had been in that car for hours, and prosecutors argue that the car she was in was confirming exactly where Julio and his entourage were parked. The car passed the target's vehicle once, then turned around, then passed him again, then left. Moments later, 3 masked gunmen stepped out of a black Chevy Impala, 2 AR-style rifles with brass catchers, a fully automatic Glock, killing...
Bro, they got cameras every fucking where, but like, damn. They seen you run the red light, but they see everything, but you ain't getting away with shit in the big 2026.
26-year-old rapper Charles Jones, known to the world as Julio Fulio, and wounding 3 others. Alicia Andrews at this point was already gone. To understand what happened in that parking lot, you have to go back 2 days earlier, June 21st, 2024. Alicia Andrews is in Jacksonville. The murder hasn't happened yet, but the plan is already in motion. Investigators would later obtain a search warrant for Alicia Andrews' Instagram account. What they found was very significant. On June 21st, 2 full days before the murder, Alicia Andrews sent messages asking someone to book an Airbnb for her in Tampa for the following night.
Hey, could I book a B&B in Tampa? How many bedrooms? Like 2.
She specifically requested something with 2 bedrooms, and she did not want it booked under her name.
Bedrooms.
The Airbnb was ultimately booked under Rashad Murphy's name, one of the defendants in the case, and it was located approximately 1.3.
I don't know if that was a better idea. I don't understand that. Maybe she just ain't want to be involved. Maybe she was scary and they couldn't get her to do it.
3 miles where Julio Fulio would be killed. It was booked from June 22nd to June 24th. Miles where Julio Fulio.
Bro. Rest in peace to Fulio, bro. This nigga Dreads was bigger than him.
Would be killed. It was booked from June 22nd to June 24th, 2024. But here's where it gets interesting. A Cash App subpoena of
I might sound insensitive, my bad, but it's just, intrusive thought, my fault, yo.
Isaiah Chance's, Alicia's boyfriend, verified Cash App account with the name Mr. Rich Off War revealed a charge of the name Mr. Rich Off Alicia's boyfriend. Here's where it gets interesting. A Cash App subpoena of Isaiah Chance's, Alicia's boyfriend, verified Cash App account with the name Mr. Rich Off War revealed a charge of $361.
Bro, they really nigga. Oh, I like he added the little ad-libs, bro. I thought that was just for one video, but I like that alright. That's an ongoing thing now. That shit is hilarious, bro.
Paid to Airbnb around the same time, the booking confirmation appeared on Rashad Murphy's phone.
Like, y'all be too, like, come on, gang. Nigga, too. He really got some dummies to do this shit.
The cousins involved.
Y'all know who he is. I ain't one of them niggas, bro.
So the Airbnb was booked under Rashad Murphy's name, but it was paid for by Isaiah Chance, Alicia's boyfriend. And prosecutors argue Alicia Andrews helped put the Tampa trip together from the very beginning. Her name was nowhere to be found on the paperwork itself, but she would still be connected to all of it. Eventually, she was caught on ring camera footage going in and out of the Airbnb. And before any of that happened, before they ever got into those cars, the operation was already being assembled. Surveillance cameras at Sean Gathrights' own house captured Isaiah Chance and Gathright loading bags into the black Chevy Impala that afternoon. Bags big enough to carry rifles. They weren't packing for a party or not like that. They were packing for murder. On the afternoon of June 22nd, 2024, the group left Jacksonville, traveling south toward Tampa in 2 separate vehicles. Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews were in a silver 2018 Chevy Cruze. In a separate vehicle, a black 2008 Chevy Impala, were Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Dave Yammer.
My nigga, they got your house camera footage. Like, bro, you couldn't turn them bitches off for a second? Damn.
Murphy. License plate readers tracked both vehicles, making the same stops at the same times. On 4 separate occasions, both cars were captured by the same readers within seconds of each other. They were not traveling separately. They were moving together as one coordinated unit. At approximately 7:55 p.m., Alicia Andrews arrived at the Airbnb. She was the first one captured on a ring camera at the front door, walking in with a phone already in her hand. The Airbnb had a ring camera at the front door, but the owner confirmed there was a back door with no camera. Now, Fulio had spent the last few days leading up to this birthday celebration, broadcasting his location on Instagram, no bueno, telling his followers exactly where he would be. And
I mean, and it's like, how many times can you say it? How many examples have we seen of this just not being a good idea? And he even put it in the caption of the club that he was going to. I just I know it's like when I say something now, say something before, like, and it's nobody around him that could have told this nigga, like, that don't sound like a good idea. Like, I know we trying to be like, oh yeah, we ain't scared of shit. Fuck them niggas, they pussy, they ain't knowing shit. But at the same time, we not trying to make our enemy job easier, right? You feel what I'm saying? How many niggas didn't die from posting they low, accidentally or on purpose? Like, it's proven time and time again that this just don't lead to nothing good. But if you got a name, just keep that shit to yourself. You don't need randoms pulling up to your shit anyway, cause then they gonna drop your shit. Like, I don't know. Unless you in Cali or something, like, do that shit somewhere, like, so, like, you lit, like, this your hometown gang, like, them niggas won't gonna come all the way to Cali, bro. Like,
when he was scheduled to make appearances at 2 Tampa clubs that night, Teaser's Gentleman's Club.
And then you could say, I know everybody gonna say, oh yeah, Lil Durk, Quando Rondo. And them niggas got fucking caught. They dumb as shit. Like, come on now, ain't nobody.
And Truth 18 nightclub. Both have been publicly advertised on his.
These niggas got caught too. I don't know. You know what? But Lil Durk got caught actually sitting in the joint, sending it out, paying for shit with his credit card. Like, that's why they got bro to put his name on it instead of, you know what I'm saying?
Instagram account. And the defendants were watching every post. In the early hours of June 23rd, the operation began. The Silver Cruise moved first, carrying Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews. They arrived at Teaser's and got out of the vehicle. But Isaiah Chance was not using his phone. He was actually using Alicia's phone. Investigators identified the phone Isaiah Chance was seen using on surveillance cameras outside the vehicle as belonging to Alicia Andrews. Call detail records then showed that while they were at Teaser's, that phone, Alicia's phone, was actively communicating with Sean Gathwright's phone. And Gathwright was, of course, in the black Chevy Impala. Her phone became a key communication point between the two vehicles that night.
Do you support Israel and the Jewish people? Now, more than ever, Israel needs committed friends.
After the crews confirmed Fulio's location at Teaser's, the black Impala arrived at the location. Both vehicles then followed Fulio's entourage to Truth 18. The same operation played out again. The cruise locates, the Impala follows. And on 3 separate occasions throughout that night, Alicia Andrews' phone shared its live location directly with Sean Gathwright. Occasions then played out again. The cruise.
My fault, gang. I was thrown off.
Vehicles then followed Fulio's entourage to Truth 18. The same operation played out again. The cruise locates, the Impala follows. And on 3 separate occasions throughout that night, Alicia Andrews' phone shared its live location directly with Sean Gathwright's phone. But Gathwright wasn't only relying on Alicia's phone for.
He ain't share that shit indefinitely. We be turning it off and on. And then, what's this fact? Y'all niggas still using iPhones. I don't know, bro. These niggas literally got one brain cell who doing this shit. I don't know how these niggas be getting away for so long, honestly.
Information, because between 1:32 a.m. and 2:25 a.m., Sean was messaging a woman on his phone, asking her to contact someone who was actually inside Fulio's entourage to get real-time location updates from the
I knew they had an inside, nigga. I knew it. Knew one of them hoes was inside, bro. Come on, man. I knew that shit. Yeah, that's why that's why he ain't never smart to post your location. A bitch can pull up that you never seen before. Whole time her friend is a friend of a friend of a friend. You know girls. You know how girls is. Know everybody.
Inside, he stopped messaging her the moment the crews had eyes on Julio outside Teasers. This operation obviously had layers. A bunch of layers, like some onions. So Alicia wasn't just a passenger. She was an active part of this operation, which was a murder, right? And she wasn't even the only one feeding information that night. After
what's up with that girl who, you feel me? What's up with that girl who was at the party? And I know that the police don't really care about you feel me, the little niggas. They want to get the big dog. I honestly think the police gave them niggas life to get one of them to, you know, get the rat in. And I think we know who it's gonna be.
With 18, Julio and his entourage headed to the Home 2 Suites Hotel on McKinley Drive. At 4:37 a.m., the Silver Cruise ran a red light and pulled into that park.
You moving like this, at least have the motherfucking, but you better have the securities with the motherfucking rocket launchers on their shoulders. On God, like the fuck, you would have blew that.
A lot at a high speed. It drove straight along the south side of the building, passing directly by Julio's parked vehicles. Then it made a U-turn. Then it passed them again. Then it left. The cruise was confirming the target's exact.
I would have a nigga with a motherfucking chopper riding a horse beside the motherfucking car with me. You know what I'm saying? They were like, "Oh, you scary." I don't give a fuck, bro. At the end of the day, bro, you can lose your life to a nigga who take who leave out the country every year and take trips, who never even been in no street shit, bro. Any nigga can pull the trigger, bro. You don't forget that you a human, bro. You could die like that. It don't still. We all. It don't matter how much you did in your life, how many niggas you done got rid of. You still can lose your life to the smallest shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got 100 HP. That's it. No shield. No cap.
Position one final time before the shooters moved in. 1 minute later, at 4:38 a.m., 3 shooters exited the Black Impala and began moving toward the victims on foot. A Tesla camera captured all 3 of them walking past it to reach the victims. They were masked. They were armed. Shooter 1 carried a Glock pistol with an extended magazine and fired at a fully automatic rate with his left hand. Investigators would later identify Shooter 1 as Rashad Murphy. The night before the murder, surveillance footage from a Jacksonville Walmart captured Rashad Murphy wearing the exact same clothing. The dark hoodie, the black jeans with a rip in the left knee, the military-style boots, and Rashad Murphy.
Bro, I think, bro, these niggas these niggas were trying to get caught like something. Like, what the fuck?
Murphy is left.
Obviously, they won't try, but like, what was these niggas thinking? At least change your fucking clothes. Get rid of them clothes, nigga. What is you doing? I mean, they was already cooked, but they had everything on camera. They would have found his ass, but it was just like, you even tried it? You just know you was caught. You didn't even try.
Which is kind of rare for a shooter, right? Shooters 2 and 3 carried AR-style rifles, each equipped with, rare for a shooter, knee, the military-style boots, and Rashad Murphy is left-handed, which is kind of rare for a shooter, right? Shooters 2 and 3 carried AR-style rifles, each equipped with brass catchers, and one of those shooters was, of course, Sean Gathright. Eventually, they opened fire. 31 9mm shell casings hit the ground, the only evidence left behind because the rifles had collected their own casings. Julio was shot and killed inside his Dodge Charger. 3 others were wounded. By the time the first shot was fired, Alicia...
They probably thought the nigga that was 20, since he ain't got no prior convictions, they probably think, oh yeah, if you get caught or something, you gonna get less time. That's how niggas try to convince you to do some dumb shit. Yeah, you gonna get less time. You ain't never been in trouble for real. You see what he got.
Andrews and Isaiah Chance were already driving away. In the hours after the murder, the defendants returned to the Airbnb. At approximately 2:09 p.m., roughly 10 hours after the shooting, Isaiah Chance stepped out at the front door of the Airbnb briefly. He was holding a champagne flute in his left hand. Messages sent from Sean Gathwright's phone that afternoon read, "I'm coming home. My thirst is quenched. Pop a bottle of Don Julio today." And investigators noted that sipping on Don Julio is a known phrase of disrespect specifically directed at Julio within the Jacksonville gang world. This wasn't a coincidence, it was a message. Alicia Andrews was seen leaving the Airbnb that afternoon, wearing the same clothes she had on during the surveillance the night.
These niggas trying to be slick like the police fucking... But they literally think the police is just as dumb as they is. Like, no, take that back. These niggas think they smarter than the police. Like, I don't know why these niggas think, oh, I could use cold words. I'm gonna use a cold word and only we gonna know what we talking about, but the police not gonna know what we talking about. And, oh, let me use a code word so the fans can know what I'm saying, but nobody else gonna know. Bro, if the fans fucking know, but we all know. Like, it's not that hard to put it together. Them niggas is literally watching you harder than us. They know what the hell you talking about. They connected that shit right away. As soon as you sent that message, that bitch probably flagged. They already know. As soon as you say anything with Julio and that bitch, they own that shit. They already know what y'all got going on. They listen to the music just like us. Think they not?
Before, she, Isaiah Chance, and Rashad Murphy took an Uber back to Jacksonville, straight to Sean Gathwright's house, where his own surveillance cameras captured all three of them stepping out the car. Meanwhile, the cleanup was already underway. Sean Gathwright drove the black Impala to a family member's house in Polk County. Surveillance cameras there captured him wiping down the vehicle's door handles with a rag. He transferred multiple bags into a separate vehicle,
They got your ass on camera at your fucking crib, nigga.
gold Toyota 4Runner, and drove back to Jacksonville. Those bags were later found to contain rifle ammunition, spent rifle casings, and Glock parts. Davion Murphy drove the cruise back to Jacksonville. Rashad Murphy, who had deliberately left his own phone in Jacksonville and traveled to Tampa with no phone of his own, was caught 3 days later in Georgia behind the wheel of the cruise. When police attempted to stop him, he jumped out of the car and did the dash. The operation had been meticulous, coordinated, planned to the phone in Jacksonville and cruise back to Jacksonville. Rashad Murphy, who had deliberately left his own phone in Jacksonville and traveled to Tampa with no phone of his own, was caught 3 days later in Georgia.
The only nigga with a working brain, but too bad for him. He was in the car full of dummies, and that's usually how shit go. That's usually how shit go. You was on top of your shit, but your friends caught, so you caught on some dumb shit. I ain't gonna lie, I don't think he was no smart. If he was smart, he wouldn't have been in the car. He would have seen this shit was a dummy mission. He would have seen it was a dummy mission.
Behind the wheel of the cruise. When police attempted to stop him, he jumped out of the car and did the dash. The operation had been meticulous, coordinated, planned to the smallest detail, and Alicia Andrews, the female demon, had been part of it from the very beginning. On June 27, 2024, investigators executed a search warrant at Isaiah Chance's house. Alicia Andrews was actually there. She agreed to speak to them after being read her Miranda rights, and she lied to investigators. She told them that she and
What the fuck is she speaking for? Why is y'all still doing that, bro? It's 2020. I know this happened in 2024. Bitch, it's 2024, whatever. You still should know that by now. And I know, but I know nobody even be knowing their rights. Like, nobody even know their rights nowadays. Even where I'm from, but I know niggas ain't knowing their rights around this bitch. On God. Niggas ain't thinking about nothing but they next high or they next drink. But it's just like, damn.
Isaiah had gone to Tampa just to party. She said that they went to the front door.
So stupid. It's just like, damn, man. Maybe y'all could have got away with it if y'all want. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want, so dumb. Y'all ain't even make the... My bad, bro. My little brother just fell down the damn steps. I had to make sure the little brother was good. He ain't fall all the way down, but alright. Anyways, let's just finish watching this shit.
Told them that she and Isaiah had gone to Tampa just to party. She said that they went to the front doors of both clubs to ask how much it would cost to get in. Surveillance cameras at the theaters agreed to speak to them after being read her Miranda rights.
Oh yeah, dumb shit. Why is she talking to the police? Come on now. And it's we this late in life, we know police how they get. Even if you tell the truth, they can spin that shit. So it's like, why not wait for a lawyer? But
and she lied to investigators. She told them that she and Isaiah had gone to Tampa just to party. She said that they went to the front doors of both clubs to ask how much it would cost to get in. Surveillance cameras at the front doors of both clubs proved that was a lie. She admitted to being in the cruise at the Home 2 Suites parking lot.
see, now you done told too much. If you would have just stayed silent, it would have been better for you. In every situation, talking to the police never proves a better outcome than staying silent. Ever.
Just claimed they were just lost and turning around, and she denied knowing Julio Fulio and his entourage were there. She admitted to letting Isaiah use her phone, but denied knowing what he was communicating about. But perhaps the most telling detail was this. She identified Isaiah Chance as the one driving the cruise while it was tracking Julio Fulio's movements. She put him behind the wheel. She confirmed the phone he was using was hers. And then she said that she had no idea what any of it meant. A 21-year-old woman.
So this nigga a rapper? Because we ain't never heard his music nowhere. And after this shit happened, you would think his shit would like go up a bit. Nada.
In a car in Tampa at 4 a.m. following a rapper her phone had been tracking all night, and she had no idea. She was caught lying multiple times during that interview. Over a month after the murder.
I don't even believe that like what they saying in the beginning. Oh yeah, she don't got nothing to do with it.
Alicia Andrews.
What he say? What is that? 17, 13. Let me read the text in the beginning. Convicted of manslaughter, not knowingly participating in the murder. Why do you think she convicted of manslaughter? Because she told something. She definitely told something. And got that lesser charge.
But the evidence told a completely different story. She was caught lying multiple times during that interview. Over a month after the murder, Alicia Andrews was arrested alongside Isaiah Chance at a residence in Jacksonville.
Put your hands behind your back. Keep walking.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Keep walking. Now turn around.
Blazing
Put your hands behind your back.
She was charged with first-degree premeditation.
I know they got a mean-ass cold from that shit. And she barefoot. That nigga soaked in his motherfucking jacket, so I know she got a mean-ass cold. They probably gave her a little blanket.
The murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. She pleaded not guilty, but the evidence told a completely different story. Her phone departed Jacksonville at approximately 4:30 p.m. on June 22nd and arrived at the Airbnb in Tampa at approximately 7:50 p.m., placing her at every location she was later seen on camera. Her phone tracked to McDonald's before they went to Teasers, where surveillance cameras showed her in the front passenger seat of the cruise with Davion Murphy driving. Her phone tracked to Teasers, to Truth 18, to the homicide scene, back to the Airbnb, and finally to Sean Gathwright's house in Jacksonville. Every single location, every single time, her phone was there. And on 3 separate occasions that night, confirmed through an Apple iCloud warrant, her phone shared its live location with Sean Gathwright's phone while they were following Julio Fulio's entourage. She had also been the one in
location. Like, damn, bitch, you might as well, like, why are you sharing the location? You might as well call the police and tell them where the fuck you at. You already bung your phone and then you sharing the low on top of that. Like, as if the location services might not work when you turn them off, but you using them. Like, damn. Like, you ain't think, like, am I tripping? Or is this not thought about by regular humans? Especially if you're doing some shit you not supposed to be doing. I would have thought of every possible outcome. Or maybe maybe it's a tracker on the car. Maybe, but I would have been on all that.
Initiate the Airbnb booking. She had someone else book it under a different name. When it ended up under Rashad Murphy's name, paid for by Isaiah Chance, her boyfriend, it created a paper trail that pointed away from her. and that was of course a chance to get under his entourage. She had also been the one to initiate the Airbnb booking. She had someone else book it under a different name. When it ended up under Rashad Murphy's name, paid for by Isaiah Chance, her boyfriend, it created a paper trail that pointed away from her. And that was of course not an accident. Alicia Andrews went to trial in October 2025. She took the stand in her own defense and told the jury she had no knowledge of any murder plot, that she was just a girlfriend on a trip, that she was a victim of—
She spoke for herself? Oh no. Well, maybe she ain't do that bad.
of domestic violence, who was too afraid of Isaiah Chance to say no to anything.
You were afraid of him or not? Are you afraid of him? Does he beat you? And are you afraid to stand up to him?
Yes, at times.
I think you said in your direct examination that people can't really understand because they don't know when you cannot leave.
I said people wouldn't understand a domestic violence relationship because you'll think, why don't you leave? Why don't you walk away? It's not that easy unless you're in it.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
It's not that easy unless you're in it. So if you're in it, then it's easy. What?
Not a gang.
It's not that easy unless you're in it.
The prosecution believed that she was not a gang member, but they argue that was beside the point, and they ran down the list of the things she did. Everything from the Airbnb booking, from her handing Isaiah her phone to coordinate with the shooters, to her being in the car that circled Julio Fulio's vehicles in that parking lot moments before he was killed. Her phone had been the communication bridge between the surveillance car and the kill car all night long, and that was very, very hard to deny. And after all of it, while sitting in jail awaiting trial, she was still calling Isaiah Chance 5 to 10 times a day through illegal three-way calls, still messaging him through the jail kiosk, still discussing her case with him, still protecting him. When her own attorneys told her to stop, she told Isaiah's mother she didn't care what her lawyer said. She was going to keep calling.
And you are still...
Come on now. There's no way she got out of that life sentence, but unless, bro. I don't know, gang. She the type that she'll tell on everybody else except her boyfriend, and then accidentally end up getting her boyfriend caught up by telling on everybody else. Cause she just gave out too much information, and they connected this shit.
Still protecting him, right? To this day, you're protecting him.
I'm not protecting him.
You are still calling him.
Look at her coldish, for she is a psychopath. She's talking about, I'm not protecting him, knowing damn well she is. Her saying that is protecting him.
And communicating with him, aren't you?
Yes, that's not protecting him though.
So much so that you call his mother, right?
I do.
And you have been advised, and you report to his mother that you don't care that your attorneys tell you not to talk to him. You're going to do it anyway, right?
Yes, because I feel like that's the best way to do it.
And on June 27, 2025, while her trial was still ongoing, she sent him a message that read, "Half the witnesses are dead. You're listening to Jacksonville, and they don't solve anything. I'm just lost because this is all pointless." Obviously, this is not the message of a woman who was forced into something against her will. Right. That's the message of someone who knew exactly what they were doing. On October 31st, 2025, after nearly 4 hours of deliberation, the jury returned their verdict. Alicia Andrews was found guilty of manslaughter, not of first-degree murder, not of conspiracy. The jury acquitted her of that charge entirely.
We, the jury,
why though?
Find as follows as to count 1. The defendant is guilty of manslaughter, a lesser included offense.
The 4 men, Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, Rashad Murphy, and Davion Murphy, were tried separately. And on May 15th, 2026, all 4 men were found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. As for Alicia Andrews,
reduced so much to manslaughter.
She still hasn't been sentenced. Her attorneys got the original trial judge removed from the case, arguing judicial misconduct. They have since petitioned the court to overturn her conviction entirely or grant her a new trial. The sentencing has been delayed with no confirmed date set. The legal battle is ongoing. However, in the middle of all this was a victim. Julio Fulio was 26 years old. He was in Tampa celebrating his birthday. Alicia Andrews, 21 years old, was supposed to just be the girlfriend along for the ride. But she had sent the messages to book the Airbnb. She had handed over her phone so the shooters could all coordinate. Now, she was not the shooter. She was not a gang member, not the one who pulled a trigger. However, according to prosecutors, Alicia Andrews became—
But the other nigga won't either. But he still got life though. So I mean, The only thing I'm getting is from Alicia because she a female. That's the only reason she ain't get life with them niggas.
A critical part of the
Dead ass. Because she a female and she was in a domestic relationship.
operation. She was the setup queen, and the jury agreed she was more than just a passenger. If you made it this far, drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new here. My name is Blackie Speaks, nice to meet you. So, what do you guys think about the female demon setup queen? Alicia Andrews. That's kind of catchy, right? She walked into that courtroom facing first degree murder charges and walked out convicted of manslaughter instead. I personally think the murder charge should have stuck, but that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comment section below.
Hey, bro. That's everybody's opinion. I want to get to the bottom of why, though. But, you know, let's see if it's explained in this next video. I'm finna go pee right quick. I'm gonna stop this recording and restart it.